If you watched my other video where I put the Springer seat I got from Amazon on my bike, went out and rode with it on there, and it seemed to help some, but the seat itself is just so much thinner with the padding than the stock seat. As you can see here, that's pretty thick, and this one is pretty thin. So I liked how cushioned this one is, but I wanted to add springs. So what I want to do is try to use this existing plate that I got with the Springer seat off Amazon. Well, there's no going back now. If you ever wanted to know what the seat looks like taken apart, here's the padding, here's the top, and here's the plate. So it's solid here. I may try to reuse this on the original seat. I'm not sure how that will work out, but I'm gonna attempt it, so we'll see what happens. So I took the staples out far enough to where I get this plate to be accessible. It actually fits inside here, so I'm going to figure out where the holes go through. I think this is finally a solution that will actually work, and the seat will be strong enough to support it this way. So I think this is the best option. To get this bend to not be quite as extreme, I took a sledgehammer and just hit right here to bend it down a little bit so it's more like the angle of the original seat. As you can see, it's kind of bowing this plastic, so it's not the exact angle or it would be perfect, but I really don't think it's gonna be a problem because that metal that this is attaching to is behind this, so I really don't think it's gonna be a problem. Just got done stapling all around this. You want a pretty heavy duty stapler to do this. You don't want some really thin staples because they won't keep it in. You can see the Amazon seat under here. A little tip to make this easier, this mount, of course, below it's not the same exact as this seat, so these bolts don't stick out very far. So what I did was I took the nut and just tightened this down with no spring on it, but just tighten it down so it'd pull that bolt up more, and now there'll be enough space to get that washer and nut on top of it with the spring installed. Well, it's finished and mounted up. Everything worked out with that plate on the bottom. The seat height's not incredibly higher than stock, so I like that too. It does sit up a little higher obviously, but not as much as I thought it was going to be. I'm really happy with it. It's going to be the best of both worlds, having the cushion of the stock seat with the springs. It's going to be pretty nice, I think, riding out the trails, and it just looks better than that Springer seat. It was too small, and the way it mounted, it had you sitting up closer to the front, and with these, you know, if you're very tall at all, you're going to want to be back farther. I'd recommend this if you want to spend the money on the Amazon seat and modify it if you don't have welding skills to build your own brackets or just want to do something that's not as involved. It does take a little time, but I think it's well worth it. I took it out for a little spin and I'm very happy with the ride quality, and I'm very happy that I did this mod.